This is The Scoop for Monday.
I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines. A University of South Florida administrator has resigned after the university put him on administrative leave. The resignation comes after he made comments defending diversity, equity, and inclusion. The Tampa Bay Times reports Dr. Haywood Brown, who was USF Health's Senior Associate Vice President for Academic and Faculty Affairs, resigned yesterday after Fox News reported on the comments before such departments were eliminated by the state legislature last year. Brown was also USF's Vice President for Diversity, Inclusion, and Equal Opportunity. The Republican-controlled Senate Government Oversight and Accountability Committee yesterday approved a measure that targets diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, efforts at medical schools and in state agency contracts. The bill, filed by Republican Senator Nick DeSegli of Indian Rocks Beach, would prohibit money going to DEI offices or officers and would require, quote, specific science-focused standardized tests for admissions into certain medical institutions of higher education, unquote. The bill, which the committee approved in a 6-2 vote, would also require recipients of state contracts and grants to certify to the state chief financial officer that they won't use the money on DEI efforts. The bill defines DEI as, quote, any effort to manipulate or otherwise influence the composition of employees with reference to race, sex, color, or ethnicity, other than ensuring colorblind and race-neutral hiring in accordance with state and federal anti-discrimination laws, unquote. A House panel yesterday approved a bill that would add requirements for people seeking unemployment compensation, including disqualifying people with benefits if they do not show up for job interviews. The House Housing, Agriculture, and Tourism Subcommittee voted 13-4 to approve the bill, sponsored by Republican Representative Shane Abbott of Defuniak Springs. The bill would take a series of steps, including disqualifying people from benefits if they do not contact at least 5 prospective employers a week, fail to appear at 3 or more scheduled job interviews, and do not return to work when recalled after a temporary layoff. But Rich Templin, a lobbyist for the Florida AFL-CIO, said benefits are already difficult to get in Florida and that the proposal is asking lawmakers to put the final nail in the coffin of unemployment insurance system. It's insurance, Templin said. It is not welfare, unquote. The bill would need to clear 2 more House panels before it could go to the full House. Last week, the Tampa Bay Rays announced that they were breaking a deal that would have built a new stadium near Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. A critic of the deal says there's now an opportunity to redevelop the area to benefit residents. St. Pete City Council member Richie Floyd spoke on WMNF's Tuesday Cafe.
Right now, we would have to wait until the lease agreement ends with the Rays. Otherwise, they get 50% of the proceeds until that lease agreement ends. So I think what you'll see is us find a way to end the lease agreement, be it through repairing Tropicana Field and providing them with the stadium for 3 more years, or negotiating some sort of settlement with them. That's what you'll see happen in the short term. And then in the long term, I think there was a lot of things included in this agreement that were not about baseball. And my point the entire time when pushing back against subsidizing the baseball stadium was that we would be able to afford so much more if we did not have to spend $500 million of city money on a stadium over the next 30 years. And now we're in that position. We're going to be able to develop this piece of land and provide so much more community benefits, so many more high-quality public goods and services. We're talking like rec centers, parks, social housing, environmental upgrades around Booker Creek. There are so many things, museums, jobs. There are so many things that are going to have so much more financing if we're not subsidizing a baseball stadium. That really, I think everyone in the city recognizes, while it does hurt to be in this position with the Rays, even if you didn't support the deal, you still know that like the city and the future of the area around Tropicana Field, our future is bright here and it's going to be really good and we're going to be able to get a lot done. We're an attractive place to be and we're going to be able to invest in the things that make us attractive.
That's St. Petersburg City Council member Richie Floyd talking on WMNF's Tuesday Cafe about what's next after the Tampa Bay Rays killed a deal for a new stadium. You can watch the full interview on WMNF.org. Sunny skies today with highs in the lower 80s. Clear skies tonight with highs in the upper 50s. Cloudy skies tomorrow with a small chance of rain with highs in the upper 70s. I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.